Hi girls, the first recording is just going to be a simple revision of what we learned in Year 8 about the number plane, how to plot points on the number plane. So it'll be a quick one today. Sorry, my voice is a bit croaky. Let's start just by having a look at the number plane. I'm saying hi to Beth today because she's at home recovering. We remember the number line. It's a horizontal line that usually goes from 0 upwards in that direction and from 0 downwards in that direction. So positives on this side and negatives on the other. The number plane includes a vertical y-axis. We call this the y-axis and this the x-axis in the number plane. So it creates like a two-dimensional space in which we can plot points. The y and the x-axis intersect at this point here, 0, 0, and that point is called the origin. So remember that if you get asked a question that says the line goes through the origin, what it means is it goes through this point here, 0, 0. Okay, the number plane has 4 quadrants, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we'll look at the properties of those different quadrants in a minute. Every point on the number plane has what's called coordinates. The x-coordinate the x-coordinate describes how far along the x-axis the point is, and the y-coordinate describes how far up and down the y-axis the point is. So let's have a look at a few examples. We're going to plot the point 3, 4 on this number plane here. So the first thing we do is we start at the origin, and we always do the x. The first number in the coordinates is always the x. So this 3 here refers to how far along the x-axis you go. So we're going up to 3 on the x-axis. Then this 4 here describes how far up or down the y-axis you go. So we're going to go up 4 on the y-axis. Let's draw a little dot there. Oh, sorry, it's really hard to draw on the laptop. So this here is the point 3, 4. If I was at school on the smartboard I could do this better, but anyway. Okay, so that's pretty easy. Let's do just one of these examples. Let's do -2, -3. So the x-coordinate here is -2. So we start at the origin and we go down to -2. And the y-coordinate is -3. So we go down to -3 on the y-axis. So the point, there it is, sorry, not very accurate. The point -2, -3 is there. Sorry. Anyway, you know what I mean. Hi Beth again. Let's have a look at some of the properties of the different quadrants. As we said before, we call this part of the number plane here quadrant 1. Now what you notice about quadrant 1 is that all the x values in quadrant 1 are going to be positive, and all the y values in quadrant 1 are going to be positive. So quadrant 1 is described by positive x values and positive y values. When we move over to quadrant 2, we notice that all the x values in this area here, this quadrant, are all negative, but the y values are still positive. So quadrant 2 is defined by having negative x values and positive y values. In the same way, quadrant 3 has negative x and negative y, so there's that description there. And quadrant 4 has positive x and negative y. So just as a few examples here, if we look at the point 2, 4, it has a positive x and a positive y, so I know straight away that it is in the first quadrant. The point 1, minus 5 has a positive x and a negative y, so it's got to be over here where the positive x and the negative y's are. So it's in quadrant 4. Well, the point minus 3, 6 is a negative x and a positive y, so it's going to be in quadrant 2. Wow. And minus 7, minus 20 is going to be in quadrant 3. If only I had a touch screen. Okay, I think that's probably enough for this video. Beth, to do some exercises, we started in 4A, and at this point I think just do questions 1 and 2. Have fun!